honor of the arrival of fall, let's make a pumpkin roll. To prep, preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 190 degrees Celsius, and then grease a rimmed half-sheet pan and line it with parchment paper so that the grease holds it in place. Set that aside. In a large mixing bowl, use a hand mixer to whisk 4 room temperature eggs with 250 grams or 1 1/4 cup of granulated sugar for about 2 minutes until they have thickened and increased in volume. Add 50 grams or 3/4 cup of pumpkin puree and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix to combine. In a separate bowl, combine 120 grams or 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. Whisk to combine and then add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and mix until they are fully incorporated. If you don't have pumpkin pie spice on hand, I will leave a note for how to make your own in the description. Pour the batter into the prepared pan and use an offset spatula to spread it out as evenly as possible. It will be very thin. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 15 to 18 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. Meanwhile, lay out a big thin cotton dish towel and liberally dust it with powdered sugar. Carefully remove the cake from the pan to a cooling rack to make it easier to handle, and then invert it onto the prepared towel. Liberally dust more powdered sugar over the cake so that it won't stick, and then starting at the short end, carefully roll the hot cake up in the towel while removing the parchment paper. Set the rolled cake on a cooling rack to cool fully. Once the cake is completely cool, carefully unroll the towel and spread cream cheese frosting, which I'll leave a recipe for in the description, over the cake. Gently roll it back up and wrap in plastic wrap and place it in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour to firm up. Dust powdered sugar over the top before slicing and serving. You can find the full printable recipe on BakerBetty.com.